Hello, my name is Helen and I've been living in the southwest for over 23 years. I have 4 children and I suppose I should say that I love words. I love the sound and shapes of words. I love the way they carry meanings and identities and histories and hopes and concerns. I love the way the words change over time as different cultures and events have impact on our lives. I also love cities. Having been born in a city, I love the buzz, the slight chaos, the voices of children, tourists, football fans, party goers, nurses, bus drivers. Um, so my poem is called The Sound of, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. I remember looking at a map of Plymouth and seeing the words "the sound" over the blue bit, and I thought, how can sound be a place? What kind of sound was it when the map maker was drawing his map? And does it mean the sound of the sea that you can hear in shells? So I did a bit of research and found out that the word sound comes from the Old English word sund, which I think means water or sea. And if a whale sounds, it means it dives downwards into water. If you sound someone out, it means you're trying to work them out, trying to find out how they think, how they feel. And if a sailor sounds a depth, it means that they're trying to find out just how deep the water is. So as a city on the sea, Plymouth's rhythm is affected very much by the tide and by the winds. Nature is never too far away. Water, cliffs, shoreline. And Plymouth's history is blended with the ocean. And it's something to be proud of, but it's also something to be a little bit sad about too, or to reflect on at least. Thinking about forced migrations, climate change, pollution. So the sea and the tide teaches us to embrace change, to be adaptable. And like the tide, poetry watches us change as individuals and communities. I think that poetry sounds out our depths. It catches us in certain moments and reflects how we ourselves are trying to work things out. So here comes the poem. The Sound of. It's been a long journey. Family torn, the rust smell of blood and the fetid stench of panic, hands clutching metal, mouth shaping words in languages she could not fathom in a war that was never civil. Her feet, dry and deep, cracked from the bruised ground she has walked, the adrenaline minutes she has run, barefoot as falling concrete and spikes of steel blocked her childhood world, and earth sounds ricocheted through her body, piercing her skin. Now she walks at dawn, silent past the crates of okra and jam, waiting at Frankfurt Gate, drawn by the promise of sunrise towards the velvet fingers of seaweed and the heady scented secret of the teal green sea. She does not mind these unknown signs. Laundry lounge, Malmo, chick salon, we have moved. Caution, hazard, to let. Free books, extensions, tan lashes. Keep Plymouth clean, everything half price. She does not mind these unknown signs or the spirals of graffiti, although she is curious about the early morning joggers who wear almost nothing and the tomb windows sprouting trees from the Union Street. Sometimes at night, language pulses and retches in her memory of strangers too close, of balloons orange sobbing, a baby wrapped tight, is it still breathing? So now she fingers the black shawl her mother gave her to stop herself leaking through the gaps she cannot see. She is here now, along with the kelp and the rocks and the ripples and the swells, and her early swim is a silent prayer, as time and mist blend with morning currents. She floats on her back, a starfish, her body dissolving and her breathing slowing. She does not know why they call this the place of the devil, because this is where she is. This is where the whisper sound of herself she hears. In this place of aqueous possibility, her healing begins and she is at peace. A tattooed boy comes close, lifts his gaze from his hoodie and smiles a shy hello. Thank you for listening.